2:17 on October 11th. And yeah, we're getting headed out here. Right now I'm just going past Crystal Bridges. Probably only a couple of miles into my ride from the Parks Department and already spat out on the gravel. So currently in the Big Sugar River or Big Sugar Creek Valley. And today I'm just doing 40 miles to Beaver, town of Beaver. I'm on the White River and Beaver Lake. And to get there, it's just a little bit of valley hop. The exposure on some of these gravel roads is pretty sheer. It's kind of fun though. Really windy. So far, I'd say it's been mostly gravel, but there has been a good bit of pavement. I'd say about a third of it, maybe less. But they're both welcomed in their own way. Officially leaving the Big Sugar Creek Valley, and it's a climb, but I've expected nothing less. Today is actually the least hilly of the 3 or 4 days that I'll be doing this trip. So that's a nice way to start, I guess. Entering into Pea Ridge National Military Park. It's a old Civil War battlefield site. I think this area is definitely managed by some fire practices, controlled burns and whatnot. Just based on the lack of undergrowth, it really makes for a beautiful forest. I'm definitely not concerned about rain on this bikepacking trip, but I'm for sure concerned about the water sources and just the dryness of the air. This area hasn't received any rain since I moved here, which is about 6 weeks ago, and it's been incredibly dry. I mean, every day is sunshine, and it's not just sun, but it's just hot. It's south wind every day, bringing in the heat from the Gulf, and it's definitely not usual. I've heard on the news it's been one of the driest September and Octobers in decades here, so. Okay, so another big concern with this route is dogs. Arkansas dogs are absolutely notorious. I've just been chased by 2 so far, about 30 miles in, or 25 or something. And they're scary dogs here. I mean, there's no fences, no nothing. They'll run straight out on the road at you. I mean, that's common everywhere, but the density of dogs here is just insane. And it's not like your little tiny dog. I mean, I've seen dogs out here with blood on their muzzles probably from like attacking a coyote or something, but it's not something you want to see when you're being chased down by it, especially on roads that are so hilly that you can't really go down them fast enough to get away from them, and you definitely can't go up them fast enough. So, and then if it gets real hairy, I've got bear spray, which is actually for the dogs and not the bears, although there are bears here. It's worth mentioning though that the odds of you getting mauled by a bear here are so much less than the odds of you getting mauled by a dog here. I swear it's crazy. On the Arkansas-Missouri state line. Arkansas is gravel. Missouri is actually paved. And this marks a spot where one of the first skirmishes of the Benton County Civil War, or rather, I guess, the Pea Ridge campaign started right around here. Just went through the town of Excluding, Missouri. And I went to a Dollar General there to get some Gatorade and a little bit of food. And I asked them, started asking questions like population. They said, oh, there's a Confederate flag. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of those around here. It's gotta be pretty weird. Getting some plantation vibes from this road. So for the next 5 miles and the previous 5, I've just been going down this very steady grade following this creek. And we're descending to the White River or Beaver Lake. I think right now it'll probably be the White River, just because the water level is so low on the lake, and it's a dammed lake, so the current will still be in the river. We'll see. That's my prediction, and we'll see. It's really ideal riding though, just a steady grade. Gravel's not too rough, no cars. It's really great. This is the campsite for the night. Normally I try to camp in more wilderness areas, which there are a few of, but I'm worried about water sources at those campsites along creeks and stuff. I just don't know if there's going to be any water. Just finished packing up the speed. It's about 30 minutes till sunrise, first light. Really cool structures here. They're like abstract barns and houses. To Eureka Springs. I've heard great things about this town. Always wanted to go. Started the morning at 900 feet or high 800s in elevation, and now I'm at almost 1600, so that's quite the change in less than 10 miles. But yeah, really didn't expect anything less. We're currently riding, I say we, it's just me, riding along a ridge here. And here, just another steep gradient and 500-foot climb. Here's the first wilderness camping area on the route. There's no water here that I can see anywhere near, and we're on top of a hill, 1,500 feet, so I think your best bet to get water would be either in Eureka Springs or filtering along one of the creeks before you do the 600-foot climb up here. But yeah, it's definitely quiet, much quieter than the one I had. Descending now into the Kings River watershed, and dang, it's a steep downhill. I don't know, my brake pads are gonna be any good after this trip. Now in the McElroy-Madison County Wildlife Management Area, 15,000 acre tract here. I believe we're kind of in the Kings River Valley. This hill is probably gonna beat me. Here's another camping area. Once again, without any water nearby, but it's definitely a pretty location. There's a ton of pines up here on this ridge, and I'm 99% sure that it's because they use fire up here. Pine trees are more resistant and actually rely on fire, and I think they're native to this area. But when we stopped burning the land, and basically took it from the Native Americans who had been burning it, or put up roads that created natural blockades and natural fire, then all these pine trees that relied on fire went away. But it's cool to see them with the little prairie grasses underneath. I'm sure some of it is related to timber harvesting too. Pines grow faster and are better for timber. This is concerning, but I'm gonna keep going because I just came down a big ass hill. This would explain the road closure. Sky's really opened up for a little bit. Thankfully it's not too hot yet. Back on some pavement for a change. I don't know how long it'll last, but certainly welcomed. Water source. Here's another climb, another one. I swear this section is so hilly. Made it to the town of Marble. This is about as good as a break as you'll get. Pavement and not very hilly. But it's not gonna last long, I know. This route has taught me never to expect that there won't be an uphill. 1-2 punch coming up. All right, quick update. I'm at mile 44 and it's 12:25. Heat's getting pretty high. It's like in the mid 80s right now, gonna get up to the upper 80s. And dang, it's so hilly. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to get down the 95 miles that I needed to get today, which is all right. I can go further tomorrow or just have my wife come and pick me up earlier. I'm only planning on going to Fayetteville since I've already done that greenway section a lot. But yeah, it's really hot. Just want to make sure I'm not cooking myself too much. But it's really easy to cook yourself here. To make matters worse, the last 10 to 15 miles have been fairly exposed. Not a lot of shade, which is contrary to what most of the rest of the course has been. So I'm officially at the halfway point for today. That's somewhat encouraging, but what's discouraging is I've climbed 4,500. That's about killed me. I mean, my legs are swamped, and I still have 4,500 feet more to climb today. Town of Kingston here on the Kings River. Gotta say, it's gotta be the smallest city park square I've ever seen. Passing over the Kings River here, and that's it. That's all the water she's got. It's not much of a river. Dang, this hill is is not even funny. Just finished a 600-foot climb out of the Kings River Valley. And now I'm at about 2,000 feet in elevation, which kind of blew the ceiling off. I think we're on the Boston Plateau now, or Boston Mountains. Before this, the cap of elevation, like maximum elevation I did was 1,500. This is the headwaters of the Kings River. It is not flowing at all. If you look over here, it's dry. I was hoping that I could filter water here, but I just don't know about that. Been a long stretch without a paved road. There happened to be a side-by-side stalled on the middle of nowhere gravel road thing. I went up and asked them if they had any water. And they pulled out 2 bottles of ice cold water. Sumac. Really looking extra special here. Just hit my high point for the day, 2,500 feet. It's real high up for this low Mississippi River watershed. But that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm going. Sometimes, at the end of the day, just gotta walk the bike. Currently about 4.5 miles from Oark, which is near where I'll be camping. I think I'm gonna try to make it a Wolfpen campground, which is a Forest Service campground. It's mostly downhill. I just completed my last climb, which is awesome.
An open road where I can breathe, where the lowest low is calling to me. I can pull myself back up, back down, stuck together like a ready-made. And nobody knows where we've been. Canceled rations are running thin. Watches tick out of tune, falling apart like a ready-made. And my bags are waiting in the next line. Rubbish piles, fresh and plain, empty boxes in a pawn shop rain. License plates stowaway, standing in line like a ready-made. And my bags are waiting in the next line. An open road where I can't breathe, where the lowest low is calling to me. I can pull myself back up, back down, stuck together like a ready-made. My bags are waiting in the next line.
Just met Eric House, who is in second place currently on the Arkansas Highlands Full Loop, which is 1,000 miles, and there's a race going on right now. So that's pretty cool. He's a cool guy. Super fun. Made it to the Wolfpen. The Mulberry River here. This is a campground for the night. Wolfpen campground. Glad I found one. Getting started on day 3. Leaving the Wolfpen campground. Crossing over Indian Creek. Let's see if it's got any water. Nope. So this is my elevation map for the day. I'm currently just about at the lowest point possible there. Currently starting to climb up White Rock Mountain. It's gonna take me all the way to the top again. There was a road closure sign, said like 5 miles ahead. Looked it up, and apparently there's a landslide. The reroute is a long ways around, so I'm gonna take the risk. I'm sure I can get my bike across. It's killing me.
I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad, bad, bad. Ain't gonna be treated this way.
Keep our fingers crossed and hope that this landslide.
I'm going where the water tastes like wine. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. I'm going where the water tastes like wine, wine, wine. Ain't gonna be treated this way.
I think this is one of the landslides, judging by the way the trees are falling down and there's all this new growth, weedy species. And the road looks like that, which is looks worse in person. It's like, here's the real landslide for sure. Ugh. Worst part about this is the temporary reroute. It's down this crazy steep incline. I'm hoping this reroute that I'm walking right now is taking me in the right direction and doesn't just some of the second climb up. There's like 3 mega climbs that keep on going down. And I don't want to go down. I just want to go up and get it done, but it's definitely beautiful, so can't complain too much. We just dropped down to another creek, back down to 998 feet, which is still hard to do. I mean, it's a ton of fun to go down, but when you just sweat so much, and heart rate got so high just trying to get up to 1,500 feet again, only to go back down. It's tough. But this is the last one, and it's a big one. We're going up to 2,500 feet now, so twice as long as the previous 2 climbs. Here's another landslide. This is Bowles Gap Road. Yo, almost there. Oh my God. Almost there. think I just summited the last major climb. Could be wrong, but I think my path up here was over the second furthest hill out there. And then down it, and then over that one. And then down in this valley, up on top of this one. And all the way around. Something like that, and then back. For now, I think I'm done with all the major climbs. There's a couple more, but they're 10 and 20 miles away, so. Finally, some recovery. I think I averaged 200 feet a gain for the last 20 miles, which is just insane. Absolutely insane. This is a tough route. Edge of the Boston Mountains right here. At least I believe that's where I am. I was hoping this would be a paved descent that I could bomb, but it isn't. The only food I've got left is a couple oatmeal packets. I've got about 10 miles to go. Problem is, I'm basically out of water. But oatmeal, which I'm hungry, requires water to make, but I know I'm gonna be thirsty in like 3 miles, so it's a really awkward moment. Also, there are so many fish in this little puddle. I can tell they once had a lot more space. All right, I'm all out of water, but good news is I'm 2 miles away from a Shell gas station in Fayetteville. So close.